Hey guys and girls, it's Blackjack with 396 Guitars. We have a real treat on the bench today. We have a Gibson J-45 Rosewood. This is out of the custom shop. It's a beautiful, beautiful acoustic guitar. Let's get to work. So, if you dig what I'm doing, like and subscribe. Now, it's my understanding it's a new guitar, but it doesn't quite feel like a new guitar. It's definitely in beautiful condition, but it's a little dirty. We're restringing it to half step, so of course we're going to check neck relief and all that stuff. But man, what I haven't tuned this guitar. I took it out of the case. I haven't even tuned it. It's just, the thing is already hanging tuned. So it's beautiful. It is absolutely a beautiful instrument. He's tuning it to half step and it's slightly sharp. But I did drive it all the way over here. Dropped it off and I couldn't get it in with my regular workload, but I wanted to make a video of it to document it. It's beautiful. I'm going to clean it up. I didn't get to talk to him a whole lot about it. I think he talked to me about it, I don't know, several weeks ago or a month ago, and was telling me about it. And I was so busy today when he brought it to me that I totally didn't say, yeah, refresh my memory and say, what are we doing? So what we're doing is it's going to get the full Monty. We're going to clean it. I might do a quick fret eraser on it. We don't know. It definitely needs to be cleaned. It's a little squeaky. And we're going to restring it. His string of choice is, yeah. And we're doing half step. I wrote my own note on there to remind me half step. I love that Gibson's put their truss rod adjustment up here, not backed all the way up in there like Martin's are. Beautiful Grover tuners, brass, gold hardware. It's just a beautiful little guy. I love it. Electric acoustic. J-45 Rosewood from the custom shop. Let's get to work. So the first thing we're going to do is, like we always do, now that I've blathered over this guitar so much, let's see where the neck relief is and where the string action is. I didn't ask him. I forgot to. I'm going to say it's probably right where it needs to be. It's a little tight, a little straight, but it's an acoustic, so that doesn't get me in a twist. That does not get me in a twist. It's just straight, that's all. Let's see where the string action actually is. In the video, yeah, a little bit. It's not bad. It's at, I would say, around 7/64 and 4/64. Wow, that's actually really good. I am not going to get adjusting on that. Now, I don't know what size strings are on it. We can check. He's putting 53 to 12. Not sure what would be on there. I'm assuming these are original strings, but they certainly don't look like they're munched up. There's a little corrosion on the wire strings. Yep, 53 to 12. But I'm sure these are better strings. That's his preference, and that's what we're using. So, knowing that the neck relief is straight, that doesn't get me in a twist on an acoustic guitar because, you know, they're generally pretty straight anyway. I think I'm just going to de-string it, clean it, make sure it's nice and brand new again. And we're going to restring it and then remeasure. And of course, we're going to plug it in when we get done. So let's see where we're at. Big fat honking Grover tuners. Yeah, they're in there pretty good. That one just snapped off. Starting to wonder about the Gibson Custom Shop. Maybe that one was on there backwards and I didn't catch it. I would have been surprised. I looked at them, I didn't see that, but you never know. It's impossible that that was backwards. Must have been caught on something. Come out of there, you. Oh, that one's really stuck in there. There we go. Really weird. I wonder why that string broke like that. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. Let me get a good look at these frets. Yeah, this board's dirty. And so are the frets. I'm going to clean those up. And I'm going to oil the board. It's really dry. Yeah. I'm going to do 2 steps on those frets. How in the hell did I get those upside down? 180, 400, and 1,000. Yeah. I think we only need to do a 2-step on this. So You've seen this a million times. Yeah, there's a clean fret under there. I can feel the corrosion on the fret. So we're going to go ahead and go through this process. And you know, this takes quite a bit of time, and I want to save the video content time. Yeah, there's quite a bit of gook on there. I'm surprised. We'll get through this. We're going to do 2 passes, 400 and 1000 with the fret erasers, and get these nice and smooth. We'll be right back. So we did a 400 pass and a 1000 pass with the fret erasers. And wow, what a difference. There was some grunge on there. A lot of dust on the headstock. Might have been hanging, waiting for its forever home at some point. We're going to clean that up. It doesn't want to come off. Dust and what have you. I'll be surprised if the hardware is loose. But boy, what a reveal moment when you finally get the frets cleaned up. Pencil, before I forget. Put a little graphite in the nut. That helps a lot. Strings have to slide over that. Let me just make sure that these are tight. Not really. Not really. They were loose. They were a little loose. So better check the other side too. Just to make sure. Like that. Well, a lot of dust on this guitar. There won't be when I get done with it. I did not check the electronics, but I'm sure he is well aware of what works and what doesn't work on this guitar. I'm going to put some oil on this board because we can, and I think it needs it. Because we can, and I think it needs it. Linseed oil. And that should bring that board back to life. And while we're at it, sorry if my head is in the way. I try not to get this on the top of the guitar. I really only want it on the bridge. I don't really like to wipe around the edges because it gets on the top, and I don't dig on that too much because we're going to clean that too, and that oil doesn't react well. It's hard to get it to wipe off. I pretty much only keep to the top of the bridge. But it really, the linseed oil really sets it off, this rosewood. I'll leave the saddle out for now. I had a customer in the shop today that wanted their frets. It was a Fender Squire of all things, but that's the guitar he had. And the ticket said, I didn't write the guitar up, the ticket said sharp fret ends. And they were smoother than these. And I tried to talk him out of it, dressing the fret ends, because it's a long, tedious process, and frankly, I don't like doing it. Unless it's absolutely necessary, unless you're cutting yourself and bleeding. Whoever notices that until you become aware of it? It's my philosophy. It actually felt the same as this one, and this is, I mean, it doesn't get any more real in this guitar, and there's nothing wrong with those fret ends. I like them. Look at how that came alive. Beautiful. Let's get some clean on this guitar. Oh, I think I'm running out of my goop. There is a beautiful instrument under this crud. So you've seen me enough to know that I do this on every guitar. I don't care how grungy it is. I'm going to clean it up. I don't care if it's a guitar like this one that doesn't really look that bad. It's just that it didn't feel good. And it did have some grunge on it. Not a lot, but some. So I'm going to pause while I wipe the rest of this guitar down. But you see my process. And you know the product I use. I use it exclusively because it is so benign, but it gives me such great results. Now the top of that guitar is nice and smooth. And it will keep, whenever you get fingerprints on it now when you play it, all you got to do is go like that with a microfiber cloth and it wipes the fingerprints right off. You've got to retreat it every once in a while. But anyway, I'm going to pause. I'll get right back to you. So yeah, nice and clean. Nice and clean. Feels clean. Looks clean. Board is oiled. I erased the frets. I don't think they need anything more than that. I was looking at them pretty close. It was a fine job from Gibson. I don't see anything there to get in a twist over. Really nice. I think I'm just going to have to not give this guitar back to Mac and Cheese. This is going to be my instrument. You'll never see it again. I was only kidding. What do we got? We got stickers, all kinds of goodies. Put those back in the case. Remember, half step. I've got to remember to tune this to half step. What do we got here? Big honking strings. This thing has so much resonance. I wish I could play guitar a little better. I get one of these on the bench, and I wish I could play more than the two or three chords I know. All right, I really know 4 or 5, but that and a dime will get you a cup of coffee. Big honkin' Grover tuners, and the pegs or the keys are huge. The keys are so big the tool doesn't like to come off. I have to polish them again when I get done. I'm going to use a different tuner. That tuner, I'm not sure I trust it yet. I've used it a couple of times. E flat. Hey, I remembered. Where's my snippers? And yes, I tune them as I go, and the reason I do that is by the time you get done restringing the whole guitar and retuning, the only ones that need to be stretched are the last 1 or 2, the high E and the B. I know, sounds dorky, but that's the way I do it. Okay, so you know the drill. It's going to take me a little while to get this strung up, so I'm going to pause really quickly, get the rest of these up. He sets his instruments up just like I do, half step down. It's a little trickier, but not much. So stand by while I put the rest of these strings on, and we'll finish up. Wow, what a beauty. What an absolute beauty. It's already holding tune. Stable. I love it. I love it. What a beauty. All right, let's take some measurements, make sure we're where we need to be. Strings are still stretching slightly, but nothing to get in a twist over. That back on my guitar. Love it. If Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Let's get my muck off of here. Yep. I just want to measure the neck relief one more time. So nothing got out of whack. Because where it was is perfect. It's a little tighter than I would like, but like I said, with acoustics, you kind of got to live with that. I could open that up slightly, but I don't think we need to. Because I really like that. Because if I open up the neck relief, we're gonna be too tall on the string height. Just over 4, right at 6. I mean, that's, you just can't ask for any better than that. And I'm telling you, I work on Martins and Taylors all day long, and they're all Martins, Taylors, great guitars. Don't get me wrong, they sound great, but they're at 8, 9/64 on the bass side, and 6 or 7 on the treble side, and that's not where you want your instrument to be. It should be right where it's at. It doesn't require an adjustment, and I'm not going to putz with it because, you know, I'd like to see a little more neck relief in it, but I'm not going to get in a twist over that. I'm going to leave it where it is. I think this girl's ready to rock and roll, or whatever you do with it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Blackjack with 396 guitars. We have a J-45 Gibson out of the custom shop. It is a magnificent guitar. It's a perfect example of what an acoustic instrument should be. You guys can argue that ad nauseum, but I know what I know, and when I get a guitar like this on the bench, you fall in love all over again. We'll talk soon. Remember, if you dig what I'm doing, like and subscribe.